On today's episode, we'll meet the creator of the web series Culinary Adventures with Mariko, and we'll find out how and why she created this unique web series.
I have to say, I don't have much experience when it comes to Ethiopian food, but I'll tell you this, it's probably one of my most favorite foods in the entire world. I had it for the first time not that long ago, and it was like nothing I had ever had before. I have my friends Sean and Elise coming over for dinner. I wanted to make something different and unique to impress them. Tonight we are making an Ethiopian vegetarian stew. It's a good combination of sweet potatoes, garbanzo beans, and a blend of aromatic spices. We're going to serve it with the interesting injera bread, which means we're not going to be using any utensils. Well, I have absolutely loved cooking ever since I was a little girl. Before I could even talk, I've been cooking. And growing up, I never really had the opportunity to travel. I loved educating myself on different countries, like the idea of traveling, but never could. I grew up in the Central Valley, and there was a lot of diversity, a lot of grocery stores. So I started exploring grocery stores to learn more about different cultures, because I've always believed that you can learn a lot about a culture from their food. So basically it just started exploring interesting grocery stores, finding different ingredients, and learning how to kind of cook them on the spot. And also my friends, I am always having dinner parties, always having people over for dinner, and everyone says, Mariko, you make cooking look so easy and effortless. So I thought a web series would be just an easy way to educate others on simple, healthy techniques.
Okay, great.
Currently, I'm a doctoral candidate. I'm getting my PhD in finance. I studied digital marketing for my MBA, and my undergrad was in broadcast journalism. I focused mainly on radio, doing some freelance news reporting for NPR, interview shows, and before that I've been in advertising. It's amazing being able to have the freedom to put whatever I want out there. One of the best parts about web series is there's little censor, there's not that many restrictions at all, so whatever I feel that's important, whatever I want to put out there, I can. My web series currently exclusive content on fitprez.com.
Okay.
It's the health and wellness section of the popular website, prezhilton.com. It's all about celebrities and gossip.
And so do they have other, I've been to a site, but do they have other web series content, or is yours one of the first?
They do have other web series content. They have some nutritionalists. They have different, fashion bloggers. But actually they have a few recipe food related episodes. I've always been a fan of the website. I have checked it out for years and years and years. And I just could picture myself being on there. And I think with anything in life, if you just manifest it, put your mind and heart into it, it will happen. So I made sure to have all my ducks in a row, made sure to have some good content, to have a really clean reputation online. I hope after this some stuff doesn't come out. And then to make sure I have a really big following of fans on Twitter and Facebook, made sure I had all the pieces together so when I pitched it to them, I could say, hey, I've already got something here. It's going to be a great service. And that's how I presented it. They didn't have anything like this at all. And it would be just great for their viewers. The problems that I faced when I was first starting the show was working with other people. I've never been able to play well with others. And so working with directors and producers and editors, I basically lost all my control. And being a host, I feel that you can either, or maybe it's the perception, but you can either be a host or you can be the creative, and I wanted to do everything. So that was the hardest part, just going through all these different trials and troubles to kind of get it to where it was.
Because you mentioned it before when we first met that your pilot was done on a much larger scale. So tell us a little bit about that.
I ended up hiring a full crew for 3 days to film 3 episodes in one day. I had a director, producer, DIT and first AD and film this and sound this and post-production this. I didn't even know half the people that were there, but it was really expensive. And this was on a low budget too. This is just paying, good industry people. I can only give you $50 or that. So even on a low budget, it was still high budget. And I'm excited. I'm all amped up, ready to go, start promoting the content. And then it's going to take 5 months for me to get the first edited episode. And then I see the episode and I don't even like it.
Right.
So then there's like, okay, I was waiting all the time for this. Okay, I'm just going to do it myself. Yes. And I am all about working with other people in every other situation. I really believe that success can be built on synergistic relationships and having good people around you. But because this was my baby, this was my brainchild, is the one time I was like, let me see if I can do this all myself. I film it all myself. The only person that I have on my payroll right now is my fabulous makeup artist. You do not want to see what I look like before this. But that's it. And so I just pick one day a week. And I kind of have my routine, wake up 5 a.m., go to the gym, get all that together. I film in my kitchen. I moved into a house that I was able to create a studio kitchen. That was another thing, because having a cooking show, when I was originally filming the first pilot episodes, I was trying to find people that had kitchens that I could use. And then I was like, if I want to do this every week, I need to find a house. So I did that. But yeah, I just, I get all my pre-production done as much as I can. Most of it's on the fly. But I do the filming, the recording, the editing, the rendering. I do all of that myself.
That's great.
Well, I have a really large Facebook and Twitter following. I think Facebook and Twitter is great to be able to engage and communicate with my fans. I think that's probably right now one of the best tools, because my show on Fit Perez, it's getting a lot of traffic, people that might have not seen me before. And then I post interesting recipes, and I like to ask people for feedback. Oh, what do you think? Do you have any ideas on what to do with this? And once people realize that, hey, I'm not just some snobby person up here, I'll talk to you, then they start giving me more feedback and liking more of my pictures. So I do that for marketing. Every time I have an episode come out, I do a free press release. If you Google free press releases, there's ways to do one quick that's free and publish and market it towards the different demographics. So I usually do a free press release for food, like food ones. And then a lot of it is networking, just actually like not physical, but actually being out there, going to industry events, talking to people, and oh, you're great, where can we find you? Here's a business, here's a file. Exactly. I feel like you need to have the online marketing to really build your presence, to build your credibility, because with everything nowadays, whether it's jobs or dates, people are going to Google you before I'm sure you probably Googled me before I came in. So that's important. But then also just being out there and building those strong personal relationships, especially in Hollywood and LA, and I guess anywhere. You can market yourself all you want, but it takes meeting the person who does casting for an agency or different roles like that for it to really take off. I have a few projects that I haven't really signed on yet, so I can't. Let's see.
But that's interesting too. So from this, people have approached you with some other ideas?
Well, from this project, I've been approached to do the marketing side of things. I actually got my first marketing producer credit for a web series pilot called Satan is My Homegirl. And so I was brought in on that project to do the website, the marketing, the PR. So I've been getting more interest doing the behind the scenes side of it. My advice for someone starting off is you've got to stay positive, and you need to make sure that you're really passionate about doing it. If you are, then whatever you want to happen will happen. You just need to put that good energy out there. The second thing is it's not going to be perfect right off the bat. Don't expect to get crazy sound and video quality. It's not going to be an overnight success. It takes a lot of work. It's not just posting something, it takes a lot of work. You might think you have it down, but after getting some feedback, you're gonna realize you'll have to switch things around. So it's an evolving process. So you just kind of have to grow, and you kind of have to serve your time before it can really take off. That, and get around people that have already been doing it. For me, although I don't work with other editors or producers, I work with people in the industry that have experience, so I can learn a little bit from them. I think that organically people will begin going to the web content. I think it's just going to happen naturally because there's stations like Hulu, other stations out there that are doing exclusive web content. The reason is it's cheaper, easier, it's more targeted to the people that you want to watch it. There's a lot of benefits. There's the time. People could have 5-10 minutes to watch a web series, but not a half an hour to watch a full-length series. So I think it's just going to kind of happen over time. And a lot of even the big networks, they're starting to do exclusive programming that's, okay, they're a network, they have the money, but they've got some little episodes here and there. And I know the economy is kind of crazy right now. I have a lot of friends who are getting rid of cable. Who has $120 a month to spend on all these channels, and when you can go to Hulu and get some original content for free. There's other web channels, Funny or Die. There's so many great places out there to get free content. So I think it's just going to kind of happen naturally over time.
What I'd like to highlight from today's interview is the importance of getting feedback on your show from viewers. Maybe there are people who just watched the show. Maybe there are people that are in the business that you value their opinion. But really asking what works and what doesn't work, and really thinking about their answers and seeing if you can make the show better based on their comments. Things you may overlook, things you may not take into account. So it's really valuable to listen to the comments, listen to the feedback, and if there's something that works, something that can make your web series better, by all means, use it. I'm James Tucker, and you've been watching The Web Series Show.